today I'm doing corn chowder. And I found the recipe on Pinterest, so we're trying it for the first time today. Right now I have about 2 tablespoons of butter. And to that I am going to add 4 slices of diced bacon. The recipe called for 8, but I felt like that was a bit much. So I opted to cut that in half. So we're gonna let the butter melt, we're gonna let the bacon cook, and then once the bacon is done, I will remove that and add in the 1 diced yellow onion and get that going. Done enough for me. I'm going to remove it and let it drain. I am going to remove some of the bacon grease, but not all of it. Okay, so now into that we're going to add the onion. We're going to let that cook down. Alright, so the onions are softened now. I'm going to add in the minced garlic. I'm going to let that cook for just a moment. Okay, and now I'm also going to add in a 1/4 cup of flour. We're going to mix this around and cook it for a minute just to cook the taste out. Alright. And then it says to do about 5 cups of chicken broth. I have 4.5 here. If I need to add a little more, I can. And I'm just going to add it slowly so that I can make sure that the flour gets fully incorporated. And I want to make sure that any stuck bits that are at the bottom come up. You don't want that in your soup. Now I'll add in the rest of the broth. So I'm just going to stir this together, let it thicken. I'm going to bring it up to a boil. And then once it's up to a boil, I'll go ahead and add in the corn and the potatoes. I am going to add in the seasonings. At this point, I have a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of black pepper, and a 1/4 teaspoon each of paprika and thyme. Alright, so the soup is starting to boil. I'm going to add in, I have 4 medium-sized potatoes that I peeled and diced. And I have a 2-pound bag of corn. It said to do 8 ears of corn, but I personally just don't feel like cutting all of the corn off. So I am going to add in some extra water. And don't forget, we are going to take a portion of this and blend it up to help smooth out the soup a little bit, but also thicken it. So we're going to let this cook for about 15 minutes or so until the potatoes are nice and tender. And then we'll add in the heavy cream. And then at that point we will go ahead and, blend it together. So. Today I'm gonna make honey garlic meatballs in the crock pot. I'm gonna do the sauce first, and I like to double the sauce because we just prefer to have extra to go over our rice and whatnot. So the original recipe calls for 1/3 cup of honey. Not right now. You can wear them when we go to the library, okay? Okay, I'm trying to make dinner first, buddy. Can you wait? Alright, so that's 2/3 cup of honey. In the sauce. I need 1 cup of ketchup. The recipe calls for 1/2 cup. No, thank you.
And I did this one.
Okay, good job.
What's this whole thing?
We're gonna do some minced garlic. The recipe calls for 3 cloves. I'm just gonna put a bunch in.
Is that loud?
That was loud. Okay. 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. I'm doubling it, so I'm doing 6. And then it calls for 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. I'm gonna do 4. Betty, hush. Alright, so that's it for the sauce. I'm gonna get the sauce all mixed together, because I do want to put a little bit of it at the bottom before I start putting the meatballs in. And then I will get the meatballs together and then add the rest of the sauce over the top. meatballs, I'm going to do some garlic. I'm going to do some beef powder. So the meatballs are not any particular recipe. I'm going to do some ginger. They're just whatever I feel like adding in that particular time that I make them. The sauce is the only part that I'm following a recipe on. Onion powder. Stand out of the way. I'm gonna go ahead and do 1 egg. We're what? Yes, that's fine. Yes, that's fine. And then I'm going to use some of the panko breadcrumbs. That looks enough. Meatballs are rolled out, and I'm just going to add on the last of the sauce, and then we will cook this on low for 3 to 4 hours.